Hey, what's going on, everybody? Praise the Lord. God is so good. Listen, first things first, you know what we do. Please share this video on your page, on your timeline. Let them know that we are here today. Now, you might have a friend that doesn't have social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. That's okay. They can go to www.letscollide.org and they can stream this service and this message on their laptop device, mobile, anything, right? It's cool. So tell them to get to letscollide.org. All right. Hey, listen. Let's address the pink elephant in the room. One, I haven't been here in a while, right? It's been 3 or 4 weeks, maybe the whole month of October. What's been going on? I want to give you an announcement, message / sermon to kind of update us all on what's going on, because you have a right to know and you need to know. So number one, we're changing things up a little bit. We've been coming on Sunday mornings at 11:30 since April of 2020, right? And recently we've changed things. Why have we changed things? I'm glad you asked, because we are moving to launch in person September 2022. In person September 2022. Me and my wife, Christine, we've prayed about it. We've thought about it a long time. We've talked with other pastors and church planners and got plenty of wise counsel. And we felt this overwhelming urge, all of us did, this overwhelming sense that it's time to open physical doors. We'll always be here virtually, but it's time to open physical doors. And now it's time to take the steps and do what we need to do to get ready to launch physically in person. That's right, next September 2022. Did I say that right? 2022? Anyways, we're doing it next September. Okay? So having said that, our priorities have shifted. The focus is a little bit different now. No longer is the focus on trying to replicate or reproduce or create a Sunday morning service online. We're not doing that anymore. Now the focus is on gearing up for the launch. What does that mean? That means building our launch team, calling all volunteers, calling all ministry partners. We want to launch, we need to launch with at least 40 adults. 40 adults. That doesn't include children, but 40 adults. Why is that? That's a solid number so that the work of the ministry and the work of the church can be divided evenly and easily among us all, so that when we open those doors, there's at least 40 people ready to serve you, ready to cater to you, ready to love on you and give you the love of God. Oh, it's going to be good. So we want 40 adults on our launch team. What is the launch team? A team that is dedicated to the launch, to building this culture and this community of the Collide Church, a team that's dedicated to giving and investing financially as well to get this baby off the ground, and that's what it takes. So I'm focused in this season on team building. I'm focused on learning and learning things behind the scenes. I'm proud to announce that I'm interning and sitting in on a lot of meetings at a church in Berea called Renew Communities. The pastor's Andy Sakura, great people and a great friend, and they're helping me see some more behind the scenes of that I might not have known. Why? Because we want to launch well and launch healthy. So I'm doing all I can to be ready, not just to be the best preacher or the best minister or the best singer, worship leader, no, but to be the best pastor I can. So that's being well-rounded and learning all the facets of this, combining it with my seminary degree and with years of experience. It's going to be good. So again, the focus is not on Sunday mornings and recreating worship and preaching, although we will do that time to time. But my focus is on team building, having individual conversations during the week, connecting with people, making phone calls, raising funds, a capital campaign. That's what I'm busy doing right now. And it's tiresome and it's exhausting. So that's why we're going to scale back what we do on Sundays. Why? Again, because we want to build our launch team. Having said that, you've been watching me for over a year now. You've been tuning in. You know the word is good. You know the spirit is good. You know the heart is good. We're not perfect, but I know you see that there's something different, something not so quite ordinary going on with J.T. Harrison and his wife and the Collide Church. You say, you know what, I want to be a part of that. Or maybe you like being a part of new projects. Maybe you want to help out. Maybe you've been tuning in. I don't know who you are, but I know one thing. It's time to join our launch team. If that's you, go to www.letscollide.org/launch. It's on the bottom of the screen. www.letscollide.org/launch. And there you can sign up to be a part of our launch team. Again, it takes many hands. Long gone are the days of just standing on the corner preaching until enough people stop by and you had a church. No. We're going to build healthy. We're going to build the right way. And we're going to listen to wise counsel and always run it by the Holy Spirit. And we agree and believe that this is the necessary next step. So this is what we're doing. Join our launch team. And now if you're not sure about this whole launch team and helping us build a church yet, okay, maybe you have some more questions, maybe you want some more details, that's fine too. Hit me up. We're going to have a Q&A one day where you can tune in and ask any question you want. Where do you stand? What do you believe? Because in this season, I'll be working with our team to help communicate the vision and establish the culture of the Collide. What is the culture of the Collide Church? Well, let me tell you real quickly to give you some word on a Sunday morning and we can get out of here. Number one, the Collide is where divine encounter and theology collide. What do you mean? Theology, divine encounter. Every single person in the Bible who was either called or converted, every single person, they had some kind of divine encounter. Now here's where it gets mysterious because religion wants to control it and assert authority, but we have these divine encounters. I felt something. If you're the Apostle Paul, a light shined upon me. If you're Ezekiel, there was a hot coal placed in my mouth. I heard a voice. If you're Moses, I saw a bush on fire, but it didn't burn up. It wasn't consumed. It was some kind of divine encounter. And there in that encounter, God spoke to me. God manifested himself. God revealed who he was. God proved to me that he was real. I felt something. I felt a warmth. I felt a love. I was crying. I felt like running. I had to scream. I had to shout. I fell down. I ran around. Everyone's story is their story. But the truth is, you haven't come to know Jesus without some kind of divine encounter. And we believe when you've had that encounter, it births a faith. Something has happened. I felt something. I don't know exactly what it is or how to explain it, but I feel something. And I believe it was God. Now I have a faith. I'm believing in him, though I can't see it, prove it, smell it, taste it, touch it, but I believe nonetheless. This faith, this belief, now seeks to understand what's going on. And that is one of the definitions of theology, faith seeking understanding. So we believe that once you've had a divine encounter with Jesus through the preaching, through the love, through the members, through the people, through the worship experiences, once you've had that encounter, you're going to have some questions. And we will have some of the answers, not all the answers, but some of them through good, solid, exegetical, theological teaching. That's my job. That's our job. That's where we come in. Number two, the Collide Church is where faith and diversity collide. Come on, it's more than just being one race. We're the human race. No, we're not. The Lord, the Creator, gave us wonderful diversity, ethnicity, nationality, race, a social construct, albeit race, skin tone, gender, men, women. God has done all of this. And what we're not going to do is take the issues of our day concerning race, concerning sexism, for example, we're not going to take those issues and just sweep them under the rug and just hold hands and sing kumbaya and hope for better days. No, no, no. There is a reason why they crucified and killed Jesus. Right? Because he upset the status quo, because he spoke to the powers that be. He was prophetic. So the Collide Church is a place where faith addresses the issues of the day. It addresses diversity, and we will not run from it. We will run to it, and we celebrate who you are, especially those who have been overlooked and marginalized. We see you, and we celebrate you, and we love you at the Collide Church. Number 3, the Collide Church is where church and community collide. Think about so many churches during the pandemic, unfortunately, that did not make it through the pandemic. My question to you and to them is this: when the doors of that church, when the doors of your church, God forbid, when they closed, did it impact the community? Did someone feel that? Did someone say, oh man, the church is gone? Or did the beat go on? A church that's not impacting its community and its surrounding areas, it's not a church. That's not what church does. We are a people on mission to love and to impact our community and to help people achieve personal and communal transformation. This pandemic has revealed some of the best and some of the worst and the most ugly of humanity. Our job is to help impact our community, to bring out the best, to help us all live up to God's glorious standard, which prizes and cherishes community. So our church must make an indelible impact, and we will. Last and not least, number 4, love and do. I know you've heard me say hush and do plenty of times, and I love it. It's a book I wrote, but no, our 4th and final pillar is love and do. Love is not just something we say. We're not going to limit love to sentiment. I love you by how I feel about you, but love is proven by what we do. Love does. So we will be a church where love is demonstrated by action. If we love you, we will do something. If you have need, we will try to provide it. If you have a question, we will try to have the answer. And if we can't provide it, or if we can't give you the answer, then we'll point you in the direction of the resource who has it. But our love has to do something. Our love has to advocate. Our love has to stand by you. Our love has to stand up to injustice, stand up to racism, stand up to sexism. Our love has to stand up and honor God and love Him. I know these were just a few brief words to describe our church, and there's so much more that could be said, but I'll cut it off right here. Again, we're changing things up. No longer are we focusing on reproducing a Sunday morning service online, and we'll always be online, right? But now we're building our team. It takes a village, right, to raise a child. The Collide is our child, and we're going to raise it. And we're going to open our doors next September. So having said that, one more time, if you like what you're hearing, join our launch team. Go to www.letscollide.org/launch. Now, if you're not sure about the launch team, if you're not sure, you still have questions, you can always do this. You can always give. You can always give. So let's talk about that right now, super briefly. You can give online. www.letscollide.org/give. You can give there. We need regular tithers and givers. And maybe you have a church already committed to or ministry. Okay, I get that. I'm not trying to take money out of anyone's hand or anyone's pocket. But if so ever you think about us, send us something. We appreciate it. You can text to give 84321. Text your dollar amount to 84321. Follow the prompts. It's super easy. You can use the Cash App, $, the Collide Church. Many people use that. It's super easy. And last but not least, you can mail it into the Collide Church, P.O. Box 361142, Strongsville, Ohio 44136. These are the ways you can support us. Yes, pray. Yes, pray. But in addition to prayer, join our launch team. In addition to the launch team, sow, give, donate. And we thank you so much. So we apologize that for some we're not liking the change, but we have to go in this direction to get ready for the greater thing that's ahead of us. And that's the launch. All right? We love you so much. We're excited for what's happening. Even if you are already committed somewhere, maybe you know someone on Cleveland's west side, upper west side, the Brook Park, West 150th area, West 130th area. Maybe you know someone in that area who's looking for a church. Maybe you know someone who wants to be a part of something new, something great. I believe this is the place. So thank you for your time. We'll be back in the weeks and the days to come, giving you more updates, but we had to give you this update today. The Collide Church is opening, and we're coming to Cleveland soon. God bless you and take care.